It's September 22nd, 2022. My name is Jimmy Van, and it's time for KYN Live. My guest competed in a belly flop contest on Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's got a mild obsession with the Chicago Bears, and he's got something in common with Sandra Bullock. We'll talk about that in a minute. He is an actor. He is a comedian. This is Ben Berger. Ben, how you doing, man?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? I am doing great. I'm in Los Angeles. It is a beautiful day out. I do have to give a quick shout out to my brother Gabe. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday to you, Gabe. And yeah, I'm glad to be on the show and excited to get this going.
Awesome. And do you know what you have in common with Sandra Bullock?
Uh-oh.
So in the movie Speed, she was an Arizona Wildcat. And from what I understand, you are also an Arizona Wildcat, or you're a fan of the Arizona Wildcats?
Yes. So I went to the University of Arizona for college. Bear down. We do this. It's the Wildcat hand sign. But when I was at Arizona, it was amazing. I became I guess you could call it a celebrity Arizona fan. People from Tucson would they would take pictures with me after games, during games. I sometimes had more TV time than some of the bench players of the team. It got so crazy that my senior year. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
We losing Ben?
So on my screen, it's kind of pausing right now. You guys are. I'm here. I just can't hear you guys right now.
We can see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get started with the first story, and hopefully Ben can hear me because we're live. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to be talking to myself. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the KYN 7 of the top news stories of the week that are stupid, funny, or weird. I'm going to get Ben's reactions, hopefully, and I'm going to ask you questions along the way. And guys, send in your super chats to get your question or statement read on the air. And if you don't want to donate through YouTube, or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com and you can leave a question or statement any time of day, and we'll read it on the next show. So Ben, let's get started with the first one. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, story number 7. So you know that they do things a little bit differently in Russia, particularly in the world of combat sports. I've seen arm boxing where the guys had to have one hand duct taped together. I've seen 2-on-1 MMA. I've even seen intergender MMA. Russian promoters have come up with another new one, and this one might take the cake. Ben Berger, what do you think this latest form of combat sport is in Russia?
A tiger against a bear.
Not a bad guess. So they're having fighters duke it out in a phone booth. We've got video courtesy of Punchbox.
In a phone booth.
Yeah, so they call it Punchbox. Look at this nonsense. They say that it was inspired by prolonged striking exchanges in MMA, which some call phone booth fighting. The fighters start out back to back like a duel. Then they go at it. Look at that. Look at that. One of the shitty things about this, and you could just see it right there. One of the shitty things about it is that if one of the guys gets knocked down, he's basically, the other guy can wail on him because the booth stops him from falling to the ground. So the other guy can keep wailing on him, and we basically just saw it right there. What do you think of phone booth fighting, Ben?
That's crazy. I want to see Chris Jericho do it and give him one of the Judas effect.
The Judas effect.
That'd be the perfect move for him. He just turns around and boom, he's the winner.
Maybe that would work. I don't know.
That is some non-stop action there in the phone booth.
In the phone booth.
I don't even
and
know
the thing
if
is,
we have phone booths in America, to be honest, anymore.
Someone tells me that they don't have them in Russia either. I think they just kind of brought it in because it seemed like a good gimmick for the fights, you know? And the thing is, it'd be one thing if this was Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather money, but these guys are probably making next to nothing You know what I mean? I don't think they're making a lot of money. Here's my question for
Yeah.
you. Would you participate in Punchbox? What would it take to get Ben Berger in a phone booth like that?
Wow. Oh man. Um. Give me $500,000 and I will do it.
If there's any Russian promoters watching this, $500,000 and Ben Berger will step into the phone booth, maybe with Chris Jericho. I don't know. Well, let me ask you this question, Ben. So every question, every story that we do, I like to ask a question related to that story.
Okay.
My question for you with this one: have you ever been stuck for any length of time in an enclosed space?
I have. So not a phone booth. Um but I have been stuck in an elevator before for about an hour and a half. Yeah, it was a freaky situation. It wouldn't move, and the fire department had to actually come and like jimmy it open and help us out. It was a crazy situation, and I'm happy it's never happened again.
How high up were you?
I think we were at the 11th floor of like a 15-story building.
Okay, all
So
right.
pretty up, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, if the cable had snapped, that would have, you would have felt it. You know what I'm saying?
That would, yeah. I mean, I would hope. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I would hope like R2D2 is like pulling the strings or something. You know.
All right, let's go on to story number 6, reported by India.com.
All right.
So people are questioning the validity of this one, and I'm going to see your thoughts on it. There's a woman in India, and it's believed that she was sleeping on the ground, and as a result, she ran into a problem. Ben Berger, what do you think this woman? What do you think her problem was, sleeping on the ground?
Okay, this is gonna be a gruesome one, but I think an animal of some sort, may have found a new home. If you catch my drift.
So you're correct, but I don't think it's the home that you might be suggesting. A snake supposedly went inside her ear and then got stuck coming out. We got video courtesy of Sean Din Singh on Facebook.
I saw this video before.
So you can see the doctor there. He's trying to get it out with tweezers. It doesn't look like he's trying really hard. All he's doing is kind of touching it. And so that kind of makes people question if it's fake. But you do see the thing open its mouth. What do you think? Do you think this is fake? And if it is fake, how would they fake that? Because the thing did open and close its mouth.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? To be honest, I hate snakes. Like, that is my one thing. I just like what's his name? Indiana Jones. Why does it have to be snakes? So, but I don't know. For this, I think, even though it looks kind of sketch, the video, I think it probably is real.
You think that really? How would you feel if you like woke up one morning?
Damn.
You woke up one morning and there's a snake sticking out of your ear.
Oh
How would you feel about that?
Well, as I said, I hate snakes, so I would be going crazy. I don't even want to think about it. That's how much I hate snakes.
Well, let me ask you my question on this one. Ooh. Have you ever gotten anything stuck in any orifice of your body that required you to get help from somebody else to pull it out? Could be anything. Nose, ear. I know people immediately are thinking the worst. You know what I mean?
No, you know what? I mean, only like a sliver or like a bee sting, I guess. But I've never, thank God, had anything impaled into me. So, yeah.
Good to know. So nothing out the ass, nothing out the ear. You've been very fortunate that way, I guess.
No. Thank God. Thank God, yes.
All right, well,
no, in this case,
In this case. Reminder, guys, get in your super chats to have your question or statement read on the air. Or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com and you can leave a contribution anytime you want, and we'll read it on the next show. Let's move on to story number 5. This one was reported by Yahoo News Australia. Another interesting one. So in the Brisbane Water National Park, they have something called the Woy Woy Waterfall Pool. It's a hidden infinity pool in a hard to reach area, and it's become popular with influencers and TikTokers. And we got some pictures and video of some of these influencers. Go ahead, Joel. There's a beautiful shot there in the infinity pool. One of these influencers. There is another one right there. And I think we got a little. Oh, nope. There's another one there. Beautiful. And I thought we had a video somewhere too, but that's fine. I think you kind of get the gist. People, of course, they're taking these pictures and they're getting these videos because they want to get the clickety clacks, you know, they want to get the likes and they want to get the follows. Sometimes things are not necessarily as they seem. And the locals are reportedly warning people about danger lurking in those waters. Ben Berger, what's the problem?
Lurking in those waters, you have Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
I mean, that would definitely be something to get warned about.
Where, you know what? That is where he's been hiding until now. The funniest thing, I was at the AEW Dynamite where he gave his now infamous Mark promo, and then he disappeared.
Well, that'd be interesting if MJF. That'd be interesting if MJF was hanging out in the bottom of an infinity pool in Australia. But no, what happened was that water running into that infinity pool is supposedly runoff from a waste management facility nearby. We have a map. Go ahead and put it up there, Joel. This is courtesy of the Daily Mail. You can see at the top, this is the map of the area. There's the waterfall pool up there. And just a little bit down the way is the Woy Woy Waste Management Facility. And so apparently that infinity pool, locally, they call that infinity pool the bathtub. It's man-made, and the locals say, do not put your head underwater in that infinity pool. But hey, Ben, you know what? What's a little shit water if it means you get likes and follows, right?
True. And I mean, you know, I've swam at Venice Beach before, so it's all the same.
Is Venice Beach, are you basically telling me that you swim in shit water in Venice Beach?
I mean, you don't go to Venice Beach to swim. That's not the beach you go to here in like LA to really like go in the water and swim. But, you know, people do.
I think he told me all I need to know.
But now,
so here's...
you know what I can't
go ahead.
You know what I can't stop like picturing right now? Do you remember in like, what was it? I want to say The Simpsons. They had that like pool next to the, not pool, like a lake next to the dump or whatever. Yes. I'm getting like total pictures of that when we're talking about this Wow Wow pool or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the three-eyed fish.
Yes. There we go. There we go.
I'm with you. Well, here is my question for you related to this one. Have you ever had a bathing experience or a swimming experience where you feel even dirtier coming out than you did going in?
Well, no, I wouldn't say dirtier. Well, I mean, Venice Beach, yes, dirtier. But, I mean, one of the craziest experiences is in Israel, in the Dead Sea. You go in and, you know, you literally float in the water. Like, you can be standing perfectly straight up, but your feet aren't touching the ground. And you come out of the water and your skin is just like oily, and I mean, it feels amazing, but it's like your skin just like, you feel like you have a lot of stuff on all over you. So
interesting. Okay, well,
and
so
you
long
don't
as
want to go in there if you have a cut.
So long as that stuff you're feeling when you come out does not feel like, you know, the shit water in Woy Woy, Australia. I guess.
True. Yeah. No.
Let's go on to story number 4, reported by Newsweek. So recently, there was an accident on the freeway just outside Oklahoma City involving a box truck and a semi truck. The semi overturned and some of its contents scattered out over the road. A helicopter from the local news, which is KWTV News 9, they showed up because they wanted that high shot, overlooking the scene. And when the anchor asked what had spilled onto the road, the footage reporter got quiet, like maybe he didn't want to answer him. So, Ben, my question is, what spilled out of that truck?
So I think I saw this story, but I'm just gonna say it: dildos.
Nothing but lube and sex toys, Ben. That's what it was. We have the footage.
Man.
We have the footage from that exchange between the anchor and the footage reporter, courtesy of KWTV News 9. Go ahead, Joel.
So this Turnpike Spur and Mustang on-ramp here at I-40 will probably be closed for quite some time. Jim Gar reporting live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9. Back to you.
Jim, can you tell what he's carrying there? What's all over the road? All right, that's
a mess for sure.
That's the latest. I-40 eastbound.
Well,
looks like some.
We're zooming in. Not really.
I think he knew and didn't want to say it. That's just my hunch. How many people in Oklahoma City, Ben? How many men? How many people do you think saw that on the news and they headed on over to that freeway looking to pick up some supplies? You know what I'm saying?
How many people live in Oklahoma City?
Probably enough to clean up that road pretty quick if they want to.
At least half of them were there.
At least half of them were there.
What better things do they have? What better things do they have to do? And I hope it was a Wednesday on a hump day. But, that's just me.
Well, let me ask you a question related to this one. Have you ever made a mess? Have you ever made a mess where when somebody saw a stain and asked you what it was, you lied about it?
Yeah, but nothing like that. I was eating something and I got a spot on my shirt, and I told somebody that someone had dumped something on my shirt by accident. But yeah, nothing like that that big road spill.
That's still kind of interesting. So what made you decide not to just say, yeah, I spilled something on myself? What made you decide to say, oh, somebody threw this at me?
I had just smoked a lot of weed. And it was the first thing that came to my mind. But you know what? I feel like for this news story, the only person that could do it justice is Will Ferrell going up to it and being like, "I'm here for the gangbang."
Yeah, yeah,
from,
exactly.
Old school.
Right. Amazing. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to story. Let's move on to story number 3, reported by Reuters. So this is interesting too. There's a farm in Turkey that just opened in 2020. It specializes in a specific type of product that is produced from a specific type of animal. Ben Berger, any idea what this farm does?
Okay, so it's turkey, but not like a turkey. We're talking about Turkey, the country.
That's right.
I'm gonna go with goat, and because it's a crazy thing, I'm gonna go with like goat testicles, which I'm okay. I don't need them, but supposedly they're a delicacy. So who knows?
You know what? That is a good answer. But in reality, what that farm does is they milk scorpions. And we've got video courtesy of News Night. Put up the video, Joel.
Oh my God.
So they got around 20,000 scorpions. They keep them in plastic boxes lining the walls of a breeding lab. They milk the venom, then they freeze it and they turn it into a powder. They export it across Europe to produce cosmetics and painkillers and antibiotics. And 1 liter of venom is worth $10 million. But keep in mind, they only get about 2 milligrams of venom per scorpion. So it would take like 500,000 scorpions in order to make that 1 liter and in order to get that 10 million. So it's going to take a little while to do it, you know? What do you think of this enterprise, Ben? Milking scorpions.
You know what? I think we need to come up with a business of our own. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy. Like, that is just insane, man. People will make a business out of anything these days. But wow, what's it called? Venom? Do they just call it Venom Farm?
I don't know what they call it. I don't even know
funny.
how they. I don't know how they'd even come up with this idea to take the venom, freeze it, turn it into a powder,
Yeah.
sell it. I don't know. Somebody, I don't even know where this idea comes from, but somebody's making bank.
Yeah, who was the first guy that said, you know what? You see that animal right there that has the huge needle on the back of its tail? Yeah, we're gonna raise those and use the venom. Amazing. Like,
Yep.
Who are you?
Well, pretty obvious question with this one, I think. Ben Berger, have you ever milked anything?
Yes, I have. A cow and a goat. I was doing this show about different types of dairy, and we actually went to a goat farm and then a regular dairy farm, and we learned all about the different cheeses and like how the milk goes to cheese and how it becomes cream and all that different kind of stuff. And we were able to milk a goat and milk a cow.
Okay, when you said, yes, I have, and then you said, I went to a show, I thought that you were going in a completely different direction than where you ended up coming back to.
On a show.
On a show.
I was a host for this, like... Well, there is that one... No, I'm just kidding.
Amazing.
What was her name? No.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, final reminder, guys, get in your super chats to have your question or statement read on the air, or go to kynchat.com, leave a contribution at any time, and we'll read your statement or question on the next show. Let's go on to story number 2, reported by the Daily Mail. So there's a 35-year-old man out of the UK. His name is Stuart Briggs. He decided that he was going to target a 16-year-old student during lunchtime. He saw the kid sitting on a bench eating his lunch, and for whatever reason, he decided that he was going to target this kid. Ben Berger, what happened next?
Well, what happened next was the bullies of the school went out and actually bullied this old guy instead of the other kids.
Interesting answer. So what happened was that kid, whose name is Alex Williams, he is a junior world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he kicked the older guy's ass. We got video of this courtesy of BJJ World. Look at this right here. Look at this. He's trying to bully him. Boom. Takes him down. And then after they got up, look at the Stuart Briggs isn't done. He wants to go again. He's not done. He probably at this point is feeling embarrassed, right? He wants to go again. And 16-year-old Alex Williams is like, well, okay, if that's what you want. And throws him to the bench, and down he goes again. Williams held Briggs there until police arrived. Briggs pleaded guilty to inflicting grievous bodily harm without intent because he bit Williams' ear as part of that skirmish. And the incident actually happened last year, but Briggs just pleaded guilty this past week, which is how this made the news. Now, they didn't say why he targeted this kid. Ben, what do you think could be going through this guy's mind when you're like 35 and there's a high school kid that just dumped you on the ground like that? What could be going through this guy's mind at that point?
What am I doing with my life? Why am I picking fights with high schoolers? But yet, I kind of want to around.
Well, Here is my question for you
Boy,
related to this
that
one.
is just crazy.
Have you ever competed against someone in an activity where you knew going in that you were outmatched? You knew going in that you were in trouble, but you did it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, all over my life, I guess. Like when I was in like school and stuff, and I wasn't always the best basketball player or the best like athlete, but I still played and I still was able to get in there and have fun, and with some work and a good team, we won.
There you go. Good attitude. Good attitude. Once again, knowyournews.com.
Yeah.
We are a public service advocate. This is what we are. This is what we want to do. Good for you, Ben Berger. All right, it is time for story number 1, the last story of the day, reported by Oddity Central, and I can't wait till you see this one. So there's a brand new brand of potato chips that just hit the market in Lithuania, and this brand of potato chips is going to leave an interesting taste in your mouth. Ben Berger, what kind of potato chips are these?
Oh God, we can go anywhere with these. But you know what? I'm gonna go with it's Lithuania, so I'm gonna go with stuffed cabbage.
Interesting answer. Well, I apologize for the vulgarity, but this is what they call them. So this is not coming from me. This is coming from the company. They're pussy flavored chips. Joel, we got a picture. Put it up. So these are kettle chips produced by a company called Chaz. They say that they're for the 18 plus crowd. According to research, young people are 3 times less likely to fall in love than their parents were at the same age. And social media and the transition to virtual lives is partly to blame for that. Chaz wants to reverse that trend, and they want to do it through these special potato chips. And they actually claim that these pussy flavored chips can initiate a romantic evening. I don't know, Ben, maybe it's just me. I think it would take a pretty damn unique girl to not get upset if you're like in the moment with her and then you pull out a bag of those potato chips. What do you think?
Yeah, how are they gonna like make an ad for this? Are they just gonna say, do you want to spice things up with your significant other? Try pussy chips. Oh my God.
That's what they came up with, man.
Hey, what can you do? They have everything nowadays. I once smoked a joint, and the name of the weed inside was wet pussy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, I mean, it was good. What can I say? It was a great joint.
All right.
So
well,
knows?
Here's
These chips might be amazing.
They might be. I don't know. I know that if I brought a bag of those home for my wife, I don't think it's going over well. You know what I mean? Call it a hunch.
I'm single, so it's fine.
Well, here is my question for you related to this one. Are there any food items that work for you as an aphrodisiac outside of the norm? So like not strawberries, not chocolate, not oysters, something out of left field, kind of like these pussy flavored potato chips from Chaz. Anything out of left field that works for you, Ben Berger?
You know what? Ramen. I saw this, one of the best films from Japan of all time is this spaghetti western called Tampopo. And they make ramen hot. They make ramen something you want to have. And when you watch this movie, you have to have a bowl of noodles. It sets the mood and it gets you right.
Wow. Aphrodisiac ramen. That is a first for me, man. That is a first for me. Fascinating.
You gotta try everything once, right?
You're right. You're right. Yeah, maybe a future sponsorship for Know Your News. I don't know. I don't know. All right. I want to thank our
Ooh,
guest.
there you go.
I want to thank our guest, Ben Berger. Ben, tell the people what you're doing and where they can find you.
Yes. So on all social media, I'm Ben Berger Baby. Berger is with an E, not a U. I am a comedian and an actor here in Los Angeles. I have a new show actually coming out tomorrow. It's funny. It's a Jewish kids show called Sukkah Blunders, and it will be on Tovido, which is a streaming app. Other than that, I host a show most Tuesdays called Tune In Tuesdays, where I interview artists and musicians, and then they perform. October 3rd, I have a comedy show coming up in LA. And yeah, just follow me, and I look forward to interacting with all you guys. So
Very nice, man. Well, that's going to do it for Know Your News Live.
Yeah.
Tune in next Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern time, where we're going to have more silliness with another guest. And again, everything will be totally absurd and totally real. Until then, bye for now. Ben, thanks for joining us, man.